There was no aeroplane at the time of the Prophet. You only use ijma. Come and show me the punishment for homosexualism in the Quran. Some people ask that they read about the story of Prophet Lut, that his people were getting involved in homosexualism and homosexualism. That does not mean that there is Sharia punishment in the Quran that say punish homosexualism. No. Smoking, as bad as it is, cigarette, you can't see it
in the Quran.
In the Quran, you can't see it. But Quran says, "Wala tulqubi aydikum ila taluka." Don't use your own hand to terminate your own life. Scholars will now use what you call analogical reasoning to link it with cigarette. They will use their home. There's no cigarette in cocaine. You won't see it in the Bible.
In the Quran.
In the Quran, no. You won't see it in any sunnah. They are silent on it. Scholars will do what we call ijtihad, application of Quran and Sunnah to solve contemporary issue. If somebody says blood transfusion is bad, did the Prophet transfuse blood?
No.
Organ transplant, did he transplant organ?
No.
You need to link it up with something. And if you now disagree on such issues, it's allowed. Prophet says, if any scholar uses his own intellect to arrive at a fatwa means legal opinion. Hukm means legal ruling. Fatwa is an opinion. It's an opinion. And my opinion could differ. It's a function of time. It's a function of space. It's a function of individual. It's a function of who's asking. The person of who is giving that fatwa. Once it is a fatwa, it could change. I can give different fatwa to our DVC. I give different one to our VC. Some of us have heard about that is when somebody went to the Holy Prophet, can I kiss my wife in the afternoon of Ramadan and fasting? Prophet said yes. The other one, he said no. People said the other one came, you said yes. The other one, he said no. He said the other one that came, the other one was an old man. If he kissed his wife in the afternoon of fasting, nothing will happen. But the one that came later is a young man. If you kiss the wife, there will be. If that boy will be allowed to do kissing, there will be connection and there will be problem. Quran and Sunnah are silent on so many issues. People will say, don't use rug, don't use this. There was no rug in the time of the Prophet. There are so many things. Don't travel by, don't do this. This one is bid'ah. If you say it's bid'ah, why do you travel to Saudi Arabia with aircraft? If you say it's bid'ah, Quran what you are holding is a compulsory bid'ah. Prophet never saw Quran in that form. It was 11 years after movement from Mecca to Medina. They fought a battle. They call it the Battle of Yamama. 11 years after Hijrah, 1 year after the death of the Prophet. Most of the people memorize Quran died. When they died, Umar went to Abu Bakr. He said, our leader, most of the people memorize Quran had died. Are we not going to fight the memorizer of the Quran so that we can compile Quran into a book form? And that was how it came about the Quran you are reading now. Prophet never saw it.
Bid'ah.
It's a compulsory bid'ah. It's a compulsory bid'ah. When you go to mosques, you see crescent and stars. They are not symbols of Islam during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It was during the Ottoman Empire. They said there has to be a way of doing structural, architectural distinction between mosque and other buildings. How do we differentiate mosque from other buildings? That was how they come about the cross and the crescent and the star. You can't equate it with cross of Christianity. It has no place in Islam. If this mosque doesn't have a crescent and star, it doesn't diminish its value in any way. Quran, why do they differ? Number one, who can remember? Why do they differ? Do you continue to differ? Silence of the text on some issues. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Because Quran and Sunnah are silent on those issues, scholars will continue to use their own intellect to give it meaning. And don't argue with them. You are not a scholar. Don't argue with them. I won't argue with them. I'm not a scholar. It takes a doctor to argue with a doctor. If a medical doctor tells me to take 8 paracetamol in the morning, 8 in the afternoon, 8 in the night, I will not argue. I will go and look for second opinion. I won't argue because it is his line. So that those of you, when you pick a book, it happens in MSL, they will say a scholar. I remember the kid said this, and Bali said this. You are arguing. Who are you to argue? You are not qualified to argue. You are not qualified because you are not a scholar. They must have taken pains to arrive at that judgment. And that judgment could be a function of time, could be a function of space, could be a function of individual they are addressing. May not appeal to you. Faisal came, Dr. Faisal came to Nigeria, and somebody asked him, is prostration to our parents haram in Islam? He said, prostration, what does it mean? Come and do it and let me see.
No,
Because there was nothing like prostration in his own culture. Al-Addatul Mu'akkama. Culture can be used as a source of law in Islam. You are saying we should not prostrate. When you prostrate for Allah, to Allah, you touch ground with 7 parts of your body. 7 parts. Your 2 arms, your 2 knees, your toes, and your... But when you prostrate your father, how many parts of your body touch ground? Can you equate it with worship? And when you are doing it, do you have intention of worshiping it?
No. Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
People talk about photography. Don't take photograph. Don't take photograph. When was photography invented? My prof. Photography. When did it come? So many years after the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I say Prophet banned photography. And when they wanted to travel to Saudi Arabia, they would go and take a passport. And now we continue to ask them, photography was not in existence. Why he banned it was that, why the banned image was because people will take it as a form of worship. Before you enter Saudi Arabia, some of us are going there, you will see the big picture of Imam of Mecca, the king of Mecca. Today, some of us will watch MITV, where Tarawih will be relayed live. What do you call that? Some of us have committed that offense today, have used mirror today. Once you have used mirror, the difference between mirror and photography is that one has light beamed on it and it is held.
Captured.
When you pick a mirror, you look at yourself. If you want to hold it, you beam light. You use mirror now, and you are condemning photography. Moreover, Prophet never saw a photograph. He never saw one. Quran and Sunnah are silent on some issues. If Baba Babada give judgment, don't argue with him. Because Quran and Sunnah are silent on it. Number 2, semi-contradiction in the meaning of some texts. Semi-contradiction in the meaning of some texts. Some texts are not clear. They are not clear. And I will give you a sample. When Quran was talking about alcohol, there are 3 verses on alcohol. Yes, he said, oh prophet, they will come and ask you about alcohol. Tell them that there are benefits in taking alcohol, but there are side effects. The side effects are more than the
benefits.
That has not condemned alcohol. Ayah number 2, he said, Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
In another place, say, La takrabu salata wa antum sukara. Don't move near salat when you are drunk. Ole mu. Number 3. Inna malamru wal mensu wal ansa wal aslam. Brijisu min amali tabashta nibu. Said, train of arrow, alcohol, gambling, they are part of Satan's work. Move away from it. They are not contradicting one another. They call it gradual prohibition in Islam.
Allahu Akbar.
They call it gradual prohibition
in Islam.
If you want to change a particular situation, you don't change it at once. Anything musical, you can be taking 5-5. You just take 5-5. When it comes, take 3. That's what they call gradual prohibition. There are some verses that seem to be contradicting one another, e.g., Nasu Wamansu, the abrogated and unabrogated, the abrogated verses. It is said that there are some verses of the Quran abrogate themselves. Some scholars are now arguing that there's no part of the Quran that abrogates himself. Why are they saying that? That's their own position. They said, do you mean that Allah forgets something before I now remembers? Number two, does it mean that if the prophet were to be alive, some Quranic verses would have been abrogated too? Some part of the Quran are not clear. These are not clear. Famsa uru sakun. Wipe your head in ablution. Where does the head start from? It depends. That's why you see book on Islamic jurisprudence on wiping of head in prayer, in ablution. You will see 100 pages discussing it. Because it's not clear. When Quran is talking about the daughter that you must not marry, it says, Wabana tukun. Scholars are saying, Wabana tukun, illegitimate daughter. Does it fall into that category?
Allahu Akbar.
When Quran is talking about those who do corruption, who are causing mischief, and giving punishment, say, How yumfau minale aridi. Send them away from the land. Scholars are saying, send them away from the land. Is it the same thing as prison? Because if somebody does something at TASUED, you now send him to Osu. Are you